mentioned to you that we have identified a program of a framework of customer experience excellence. And you recognize that you're doing all of this on a day-to-day basis. The acronym that I use, Peter, spelled the Dutch way, P-I-E-T-E-R, P for personalization, integrity, empathy, time and effort, expectations, and resolution. So what I'm going to do very quickly is take you through that just to revise so you're very, very clear what it is I'm discussing here. Recognizing our history together is the definition of personalization. It's not about getting my name and address for it. It's much deeper than that. And I worked in the States for about 12 years. I did a lot of work in the frequent flyer program. I came back, I was asked to do a piece of work for Aer Lingus. So they had a program, you probably remember, TAB, the Travel Award Bonus Program. I'm sure some of you are on it. They had 160,000 members on that group. And my point to them at the time is if you do not treat your best customers differently, they will soon become somebody else's best customer. So we segmented their groups. We had an elite, we had a prestige, we had a gold circle, which is still around today. In that elite group, there were 250 members. These were people who were flying very regularly. Most of them were very senior managers who would have had people looking after them all day. As soon as they went into the airport, they were one of the sea of faces. And what we did in that group of 250s, we had photographs of them, we knew everything about when they were flying, etc. So when I came into the airport, we Mr. Killeen, how are you today? And how proud I was that these people recognized how important that was. I understood we lost your luggage last week in Holland. I'm going to make sure that package is on board and I walk it on. I get on board and I tap on the shoulder and the luggage is on, so just measure. So the point I'm getting at here, if you look at British Airways, their top tier had 300,000 members. We had 250. We won the best frequent flyer program of the year 4 years in a row around the world. Not because of the work we were doing, but because of how we managed the universe. And again, small is brilliant, small is great. You need to leverage that. What you can do on a personalized basis is so powerful, so powerful. We talk about integrity. This is your space. You live on this every single day. If you don't have it, you're not going to be here today. Trust is so critical to your organization. And it's the foundation pillar that we have. If you don't have trust, all of the other pillars you have are going to collapse. Unfortunately, our example here is Irish Water. Where did they score? They scored the worst score in the history of sexy scores across the world. And the funny thing is, they actually are doing a really good job in customer experience in a number of areas. If you've ever had to call them, they're well trained, etc. So they're doing some good work in this particular space. But the point is, if you lose integrity, it's gone. I mentioned to you the United States Army Bank, and they are the highest scorer in customer experience scores around the world across all sectors in the world. And this is the US Army Bank, 8 million customers, all in the services. And all of their staff are ex-service members who return from the field. And when they go through the training, to remind them what it's like, what their customers are going through every single day, they spend 2 weeks in a flak jacket. They eat rations for a month just to bring them back to what it's like. Their customers are out there in a bunghole somewhere out in the world, and they want to transfer a payment for car insurance. What a wonderful way to really deliver that empathy across that. And a great way, I would say. Minimizing customer effort is really around the time and effort pillar. So in your spaces, how can you make it easier for me to do business with you? How can you remove those horrific hurdles? How can you make it easier for me to understand the language that you're living in? This tends to be a digital exercise. The example I have here is we worked for Renault in Moscow, and we were asked to do a test drive in a city that is without doubt the worst traffic city in the market. You're probably familiar with the central lane for the politicians, and they also have blue flashing lights if you're a VIP, you can buy crash cars everywhere. Moscow is very, very poor in that particular space. We were asked to do a test drive, which is not the most exciting thing, so there's no time to drive in that city. What we've done here is we've used digital to allow me to do a test drive. I type in my home address, I type in my office address, and I take the drive online. As I'm engaging and enjoying this experience, it's asking me questions. Do you have any kids? Yes, I do. They pop up in the back of my car. Do you have any hobbies? Yes, I'm a golfer. They show the clubs in the booth to see. So it's a really, sometimes we've got to find ways of just making it that much easier for your audience to engage with you. And I think more in your sector, remove the hurdles. Expectations. It's very, very important part. I mentioned to you earlier on, we under-deliver in this marketplace in Ireland, and it's something that we have to change. I think it's got to do a lot with the fact that we're coming out of recession. Marketing is flying ahead going, here we go, let's get cooking, we're rocking and rolling, and operations go, hold on a second, actually, we're not ready yet. And overpromise and under-deliver, we've got to stop doing that. In this particular case, this is an experience I had with Standard Life. Some of you have been involved in the new youth program, and I was invited to come along to it, and I actually had a remarkable experience, because I was talking to people here around today. My experience was I was actually invited to a workshop, and I was expecting a whole pitch on pensions. What I got was my first understanding of retirement. And it was fascinating. I was talking to a lot of consumers who were there with the brokers. And it was just, we were all talking about, I had no idea there's so much more to this than the money side. It was absolutely fascinating, and it woke me up. But it was an absolute under-promise and completely over-delivering in that space. And then finally, resolution. Ireland does not do resolution. I don't know where that comes from. We are not good in this space. And it is an opportunity to deliver remarkable, because when you fix a problem, people are going to talk about it. Bunga Bank, which is in the northwest coast of the United States, they're an incredibly confident bank. You answer the phone, Bunga Bank, the greatest bank in the world. They're small, but they are amazing what they do. And in terms of resolution, every single branch that they have what I call the backbone. It sits in the middle of their branch, and the number 8 is on it. You press number 8, you get put straight to the CEO. And you only use that phone if there is a problem in the relationship that you can't solve with the actual branch itself. It's not used a lot, it's used. And if he's not there and is in a vehicle, you will go straight to his answering and he will call you back that evening. So again, look at where there are problems within your organization and be prepared to fix them quickly.